Are we live? Can you hear me out there, interwebs? We are live. What's going on? I gotta get up to the mic. I am very good. Let me adjust my seat here. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Mostest OKS podcast. I am your host, Tyler, alongside my buddies, my boys, my co-hosts, Garcia and Steven. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Would.
Doing good, man. How you
Really
doing?
good.
Good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well, how's the week been? I mean, it's been a week we've been talking, but
It's
how's you guys' week been going?
it's been a week,
Been a
it's
week?
definitely been a week. So
Good. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'll say good. What about you, Garcia?
Yeah.
It's been going fast, man. Like
Yeah.
legit. It's already Wednesday. Like
Yeah,
hella fast.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
honestly can't believe it's Wednesday already.
I hear you on that. It is going fast, very fast. So, I don't have a question for today. Does anybody have a question? That we can kind of come up with right at the spot.
Well,
Because
in the theme, I mean, next week is the week of Halloween, but in the theme of the month of October, what was a movie that to you isn't scary anymore, but as a kid was horrifying?
I would have to go with it's gonna be common. A lot of people say it, but I'm going with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, yeah, I could see that,
that's
man.
a good one.
Yeah.
Now
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
like, it's whatever. But back then, like, even when it first came out, like, people were just like, "Oh, this shit's gonna like, I can't go to sleep because of Freddy. Like, oh, he's gonna get me my." Yeah, no.
hmm
But yeah, now it's kind of like, yeah, it's creepy.
What about you guys, say?
Man, that's fucking tough. I'd have to say Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Living out in the country in Texas, growing up a little bit too. Living all over, but I don't know what it is, man. Watching scary movies in the middle of fucking nowhere. Fucking dark everywhere you turn.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Yep. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see that. Like, you think people in Nebraska, like, they were afraid of children of the corn?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I would have to agree with that one.
Okay. For me, I would have to go American Werewolf in London. As a kid, I had like this huge obsession with like
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
werewolves and stuff, and I like like
I remember this story.
I like monster movies and stuff, right? So I liked Bram Stoker's Dracula. I liked freaking Werewolf in London. I like the Howling's not as good, but that's like my personal opinion. I know people might roast me for that because the Howling's a good werewolf movie. Whatever. But anyway, I had begged my parents for months, like, I mean literally months, about letting me watch this movie. They're like, no, it's too scary, it's gonna give you nightmares. And I think I was 8 when I first started asking. I was 8, and then I didn't get to watch it till I was 10. And they were like, you're gonna have nightmares, well, whatever. And by the time I was 10, they were just tired of me asking, so they were like, okay, fine, you get to watch this, but you don't get to stay up late. You don't get to like come and cry to us when you're afraid. You don't get to do any of this stuff. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. It's not gonna be that scary. I mean, you guys are like pretending this is the scariest movie ever. So I watched the movie, and there's like this specific part in the movie. If you've ever seen it, you'll know there's this part that cuts to like these homeless people, and it's like, I think it's
They get bum bumps.
no, but it's like the first night that the guy turns, right, and I think he's killed one person already, and this is like the transition to a next shot, and these homeless dudes are sitting here with their dog, and I'm pretty sure, I think he eats their dog, right? So they're like, well, where'd the dog go? And they're like, oh, he's under that bush over there, because they see like this bush rattling. And one of the homeless guys goes to like get his dog, and then it just like turns into this snarl, and these homeless guys freak out and they start running, and then it cuts to like a shot of the moon and they're all screaming. And I was like, okay, that's kind of freaky. But I got through the movie, watched the movie, enjoyed the movie, and the reason why it's so vivid in my mind and it scared me as a kid, was because maybe a week after I saw the movie, um, I had watched it in October, so it was already getting dark at like 4 or 5, and I had to go throw the trash. It was dark out. It was maybe 5 o'clock, and I'm walking down, like we had a pretty big backyard and it had like a pathway. So I'm walking down the pathway to the gate so I can throw the trash. And as I go to like lift open the trash can, my dad screams at me. He goes, "There's something in the bushes, run!" And he slams the back door on me. So I freak out and I am just sprinting towards the back door. And I'm banging on the back door. I'm crying and I'm sitting there in tears. And my dad's just laughing in the kitchen. And I'm just like, it's gonna get me, it's gonna kill me. And my dad is just in tears, just laughing about how scared I am.
Good. You deserved it.
I deserved it, huh? But yeah, I mean, after that, like, my dad freaked me out like every chance he got, and that's why it was like the scariest movie when I was a kid. I mean, I can watch it now, no problems, it's fine. But my dad like went out of his way to like scare me because I had irritated him for like 2 years about watching the movie, and he was like, every chance I get now, I'm gonna freak this kid out.
That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, that's a good question, Steven. Way to go. That was a
Yeah.
good
That was
one.
a good one, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
So to let everybody know, we're gonna kind of mix it up a bit. We're gonna go Marvel stuff first, and then we're gonna go into the NFL. But first off, I'm looking at our goddamn stats, Steven, and you counted wrong. Jesus Christ,
No, I
get your
didn't.
shit together. Yes, you did. Because when
didn't.
I counted Garcia before Monday, he was at 10-3. Somehow you gave him another win somehow
Yeah, before Monday.
and then the Buffalo Bills lost, so he would be a 10-4.
Oh, I don't know where I got it wrong then, Tyler.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see.
Technical
Let's see. So we had Tampa Bay. Everybody picked Tampa. Okay, well,
We'll go
we'll
through
go
it
over
real
that
quick.
later. No, we'll go over that later.
Okay.
So our first thing that we're gonna go over is so we can get this out of the way, so then we can talk big about NFL because we probably lose everybody by the time we get to the end. Is we're gonna talk about Marvel Studios came out with their updated theatrical release slate. Some of the stuff got pushed back, none of the stuff for this year, but some of the stuff next year. So the two movies coming out, of course, this year on the 5th of November and the 17th of December. You have the Eternals and then Spider-Man No Way Home, respectively. Two exciting movies that I am hyped for. I think I'm more hyped than the other two hosts for Eternals for some odd reason.
Yeah, definitely.
I am so excited for that movie. I don't know why. I just think it's going to be dope as hell. I don't know.
I still don't even know what it's about.
I don't either, but I don't care because it looks cool and Salma Hayek is in it and she's her. And then Spider-Man No Way Home. God, nobody can wait for that one.
No.
That movie is going to be amazing. And they pushed a couple of movies back, so they moved Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, I think it was a month back.
I think it was supposed to come out in March, so yeah, a couple months.
But 2022 is pretty loaded because I mean it's kind of cool. You have a spring release, summer release. You have the new Doctor Strange, and you have Thor: Love and Thunder, which that's going to be a very interesting movie. And then you have Wakanda Forever, which I'm so excited to see how they, just see what they do with that.
Yeah.
And then the Marvels, you're gonna have Miss Marvel. That's a TV show coming out, I think, this year or next year.
It comes out next year. Yeah.
Right. And then of course Captain Marvel, and then you have what's her name from WandaVision? The black girl. No. Monica Rambeau.
There you go.
And then later on, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is going to be Adam Warlock. So that's going to be interesting because he can use the gauntlet and not have to worry about getting hurt. So I wonder if that's going to make an appearance. Probably not, because the gauntlet's probably gone. But hey, who knows? And then, of course, Quantumania, who brings Kang back into it. And I cannot wait to see Kang again after Loki.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait.
Then you have a bunch of Untitled movies. And then, of course, along with those, you're going to have some Star Wars releases. In 70 days today, you have Book of Boba Fett. I think they came up with a new name of it. I don't remember I think underneath the helmet or something like that. But that's going to be really cool.
It's supposed to be the behind-the-scenes special is what the name is.
Well,
Okay.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting. And then you're gonna have the Mando season 3, and then you have Ahsoka. You have just a ton Obi-Wan, which oh god, I can't wait for that because they're supposed to have a fight, and it's just
That's the only one I'm really excited for. Everything else I'm cool with, but Obi-Wan, drop that shit.
Yeah.
um. Have you guys watched? I haven't watched it yet, but have you guys seen that show on
No.
Netflix? Okay, so apparently it's like a must-see show, and we're all probably gonna get killed for it and backlash for it. But it is an absolute. From what Abby's telling me, it is one of the best shows. One of the best shows created. It's fantastic.
I
It's
was gonna
suspenseful
say,
and it's great.
I heard it was a terrible show. I heard it was awful.
Jesus Christ, Steven, everything you think that's good, everything that everybody says is good. I don't know where you see it's awful. Every single person.
I have.
Where do
great.
you get your sources
I have
from? What
been
the hell?
I have been watching TikToks on it about how terrible it is.
Of course you have.
Okay.
That's all you do.
There it
Yeah, I
is.
bet.
And I mean,
Bro, you just gotta watch it. Don't sit there and think about it. Just watch it. Because if you have more people saying it's better than people saying bad, because it seems like you just take over like, oh, one person, two people say it's bad. You're like,
oh no,
yeah, it's bad.
I've seen like 30, 40 videos about how bad it is. It's
Go
just,
look at the rest of the views. Go look at the rest of the views.
It's just stalker fantasy. People are romanticizing stalker and rapist.
The only way you know
stuff.
that is because of from TikTok. Go watch it yourself.
Okay.
Also another one that you guys need to watch is The Boys on Amazon. I keep saying that, but I watched the final season. Jesus Christ, it is the best show of superheroes ever. It will make you laugh. There's a part where he says, Homelander says to another guy, he says, you need to go find Shamu in his blowhole. It is probably one of the funniest parts because it's just so fucking dark and it's so beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just doing this because here in about a few days I'm going to have a baby, so I need to figure out what to watch.
Okay.
But I mean, do you guys have any Marvel, Star Wars, anything as far as entertainment goes before we move on to the NFL?
Not that I heard of.
Looking forward to Hawkeye. Couple months or in a
That'll be
couple
interesting.
weeks.
That'll be out
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting.
Thanksgiving. So
The first 2 episodes dropping.
apparently it's only a 6-parter. I thought it was.
It is.
I thought it was a full 10-parter, but
Mm-mm.
so that means
It's
that
only
it should
6-part.
be because they're releasing the first 2 episodes, right, and then an episode
Mhm.
every week after.
Yep.
Yes.
That means they'll
Every
have
Wednesday.
one more episode after Spider-Man comes out, and it's supposed to take place in New York, right?
I
Oh,
think
shit,
so.
I didn't think of that. Yep.
So I mean, maybe they'll connect a little bit. I've been hearing
No,
rumors.
Marvel probably.
I've been hearing rumors that this is going to introduce Kingpin. I mean, I'd be happy if that happened. So,
If they brought in what's his face back into it, oh my
D'Onofrio
god,
to play
yes.
Kingpin, that'd be sick.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking dope.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if it brings in Kingpin and it introduces like that, that little subsect of Marvel comics, I'd be really excited about it.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, yeah, it's whole slate. I'm excited. Let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this episode. The NFL. Now you heard us arguing a couple minutes ago about the standings. So let's go through those real fast
Let's go through those
so we can make sure we're
really
all right.
quickly. Okay, so we're gonna.
So Tampa Bay is all hosts, right? He was the only one that picked Jacksonville. So then we all lost to Carolina. So that's 1 loss. And then he picked the Chargers. That's 2 losses. He picked the
Okay, so let's do it by wins. Garcia won with Tampa Bay. One with Jacksonville.
Yep.
One with the Rams.
Baltimore.
No, Garcia didn't pick Baltimore.
Pick the Chargers.
No, you did. You did, yeah. One with the Rams, so that's 3.
That's 3. One with the Colts, that's 4.
Uh-huh.
Chiefs, Packers,
5, 6,
Bengals,
7,
Cardinals,
8,
Cowboys,
9,
Raiders,
10.
Steelers. It's 11.
Where the hell did I get 10 and 3 from?
I don't know. I don't know. There was 14 games. I don't know how you get 10 and 3 anyway.
Well, because 10 and 3 was before the Monday Night Football game, you dumbass.
I don't
Where'd
know.
that count?
I don't know.
Look
Oh.
when I sent that.
Okay, well, still.
So let's see. Yeah. 1.
Should have had 11 and 2 then.
No, he still lost 1. 2.
Again.
3. Yeah, I guess you're right. Huh. Well, cool. Good job.
Yeah.
Way to correct me on that one. Good job.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, going over that, we're,
Good job, Steven. Good job.
yeah,
Steven.
good job, Steven. Way to go, man. That's why we have you as editor. You correct us because that's why we're called the most. That's why you call us the most is okayest podcast. Thanks for joining, everybody. So we're gonna go over the scores here shortly, but we're gonna go over our fantasy. Do you want to go over fantasy after the scores or before? You just want to go through everything
let's just go scores first, and then we'll go fantasy.
So we'll talk about the games real quick, like we always do. We'll do a little recap. So the Thursday night game was the Bucks at Eagles. That was a lot closer, but the Bucks pulled it out. I think the Eagles they're solid, but I don't think they're there yet. I think Jalen Hurts is there, but I think he needs another receiver, another weapon out there.
Yeah, he needs something else.
Miles Sanders, I don't think they're using him correctly because you could see that he was running all over the Buccaneers defense and then nothing after that.
Yeah, and I don't think this game was close, much so that the Eagles are a decent team. It's more that the Bucks just aren't as good as everybody thinks they are.
Yeah, yeah.
I
agree.
mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from the Eagles. The Eagles are still an okay team, but they're not. This game shouldn't have been that close.
No, I think. It's really hurting the Buccaneers with their defense. Their defense is taking some serious injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of hurts on them. So then we have the game in London. The Jaguars at the Dolphins. Trevor Lawrence gets his first win. Off of a guy that they signed off the street, basically kicker.
Yep.
So, there's that. So I think I don't think those are the games that they should be showcasing in London. But hey, I don't run the NFL.
At least it was an entertaining, close game.
Yeah,
at least it wasn't a blowout.
It was entertaining for him. So hey,
yeah, those soccer people. Then the Vikings and the Panthers. Vikings time. That was a great game. Panthers came back. They were playing fantastically. It's amazing. I think the Panthers are in the same boat as the Broncos. Not as far as winning and losing. I mean, they're 3-3. They won 3 straight, and then they lost 3 straight. But I think the Panthers are still an okay team.
Yeah.
And I think the Vikings are starting to pick up their momentum. And then my personal opinion, the number 1 team in the AFC, the Ravens blow out the Chargers. Who would have thought that one? The only person that would have thought that was Steven, who picked that. So way to go, man. Like you said, you clearly called it. They weren't as good of a team as a lot of people say they are. I still think the Chargers are a good team.
Oh yeah, they're definitely a good team. But
the Ravens,
the Ravens.
See, and okay, so this is my thing. How many more things does Lamar Jackson have to prove to people to show that he's an elite quarterback?
Super Bowl.
That's it? Really? Really? I mean, is it his fault that they're not winning the Super Bowl, or is it the whole team not winning the Super Bowl? Because he can't in the regular season. He's doing everything. Like, what else does he need to do? Super Bowl? I mean, you can say that about Dan Marino.
I mean,
well, I'd say he's elite, but that'll definitely put the exclamation mark on it. Like, hey, he's there. That'll help.
I feel like the only people who don't think he's elite right now are just people trying to find a reason to hate him.
Well, it's like it's every time that someone says, "Oh, he can't do this," he goes and does it, and then they're like, "Well, he can't do this. Well, he can't do this." But then he goes and does those things, and then they're like, "Oh, well, he did that, but he still can't do this." It's like, well, what else do you want? He did comebacks. He blew out a team. He's done everything except he actually won a playoff game, and a lot of people said, "Oh, he can't perform the playoffs." Well, he won.
True.
See, I think he's just a victim of circumstance. I don't think he has the people around him that he needs. I mean, he's still got a good team. Don't get me wrong, but
even with all the injuries,
I mean, there's something missing there, and I mean, I know I'm gonna get flamed for this, but I think if you switch him and Mahomes, I think he wins the Chiefs more Super Bowls than Mahomes does. I think Mahomes is a product of the team he has around him. He's good, but he has a great team around him. I mean, aside from his defense this season.
I think a lot of people have actually said that because they said that if you take Mahomes and Russell Wilson and switch them, Russell wins with the Chiefs and Mahomes tries to do what he does on the Chiefs with the Seahawks, and he can't do that. So I've heard that, and I don't disagree. But like Mahomes is good. Mahomes, we can't take that away. That kid
Yeah,
is
you
good.
can't take it away from him.
But I agree that you put a yeah. I think Lamar has a sense of confidence and he just plays, and it's fun watching him. It really is.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
watching. It's kind of interesting because it's this generation's Michael Vick, but
Yeah.
I think Lamar right now can be better than Michael Vick.
He definitely has the potential.
Michael Vick had the better arm because I mean that dude could flick a wrist and that thing would be down 60, 70 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Lamar is getting better at throwing the ball. You've seen it with Marquise Brown where he can put that ball in a dime and boom, he's gone. And then I mean running the ball, it's Lamar. Lamar has, I think I saw something that he has more yards, total yards, than like 18 teams in the NFL. I mean, by himself.
Yeah.
So I think right now he's in the conversation for MVP.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, being able to do that against the Chargers, he put, I mean, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for passing, but then he runs for eight times for 51. But I think their defense was more of the menace, and then 2, having one of the better tight ends in the league, and Mark Andrews helps out a lot.
Oh yeah, Mark Andrews is a top 5 tight end.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
I'll put him as number 2 right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'd agree with that.
I put Travis Kelce as number 1, of course. It's hard to go against him, and then him, and then Darren Waller. If Kittle's healthy, then maybe, but that's all depending on health. Then we move on to the next game, Rams versus Giants. We don't need to discuss that one. Rams blew them out.
Yeah.
Rams did their thing.
Yeah.
Colts and Texans.
Nope.
Colts look good. Colts looked really good. I mean, I know it's the Texans, but Jonathan Taylor looked good, and Carson Wentz won the
I'm sorry. What did you say about Carson Wentz yesterday? About his record, or something?
Oh,
about
he has more sprained ankles than he does interceptions.
Jesus.
And he does. He only has 1 interception this whole year. I think we were kind of wrong. I think if he continues this, he could be comeback player of the year. If he continues this, I mean, maybe he's not leading them to wins, but he is playing really well. He's playing really, really well.
And see, I mean, this was just, I don't know. I don't know if this was a product of them playing the Texans or if they're that good of a team. But I mean, at the same time,
I'm so sorry. Keep your thought. But I clicked on Carson Wentz's name, and the first thing that said, you know how in Google, where if you scroll down, it says people also ask all these different drop downs. The first one is Carson Wentz a god.
That's funny.
But go on, Steven. I'm so sorry.
But I mean, it's one of those things. I don't know if it's because they played the Texans that they blew them out, or if they're actually a good team. And I mean, the reason why I'm saying that is because look further down the list of games. The Texans kept up with the Patriots, but then the Patriots keep up with the Cowboys this week. And then the Texans get blown out by the Colts. I mean,
so I actually have one of those like comments, something like that, in my 4 downs.
Okay.
So yeah, we can talk about that, but it's interesting how I'm going to word that. But yeah, so I'm looking at Carson Wentz stats, and he has a total of 1,545 yards, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a quarterback rating of 102.4.
Did you say he has 1,500 and how many yards?
45. He put up 402 yards against the Ravens.
God damn.
Yeah, and his completion percentage is 64.2. So I mean, that Ravens game, the Ravens had to come back.
They did. They had to come back.
They were winning, and I mean, they were doing good. So I think the Colts can be kind of scary. I think they're kind of
they're one of those like
secrets.
Yeah, they're one of like those lurking shark kind of teams. Like they could come up and just kick the shit out of you, but you don't even know what you're gonna get.
So I think if Carson Wentz stays healthy, he could be good. I think they'll be. I hopefully they found their quarterback, but we'll see. So, yay! Oh my god! If this computer keeps me, okay, there we go. Okay, so we went over the Texans and Colts, right? Yeah, that's what we just went over. I need to keep track of myself. That's why I have you two. Then we had Chiefs in Washington. Chiefs blew them out. I have my opinions about that game.
Yeah, I definitely do too.
Yeah. I think it was a publicity stunt on Sean Taylor's death, and I don't appreciate that because Sean Taylor will always be one of my favorite players. The dude played with heart and just killed people. And for them to do that, I think was just a publicity stunt. So I've lost a lot of respect for Washington as far as everything that's going on with Dan Snyder and other stuff. But I know it's not some of the players' faults, but
Yeah, it's not the fault of like
it's the owners.
the
It's the
day-to-day
owners.
people.
It's the owner. Yeah. And then going next game, he still owns the Packers. Beat the Bears 24-14, and yes, Aaron Rodgers still owns the Bears. What did you say, Steven, about that?
Yeah, I said Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. When people are like,
there you go.
Do the Packers own the Bears? No. If
No.
Aaron Rodgers leaves, the Packers are probably in the basement, and the Bears own them. But Aaron Rodgers, the man Aaron Rodgers, yes, he owns.
Yep. And then Bengals at Lions. Bengals blew them out 34-11. We'll talk about that game here shortly on my 4 downs.
I was going to say about that game, I think Joe Burrow might have a chance at comeback player of the year because of how Burrow's playing.
So, yeah, I'll have some on that one. And then Cardinals blow out the Browns. Browns have some injuries. We'll talk about that when we start predicting our games. Cardinals, I mean, they're Super Bowl favorites right now. I think I don't think anybody's. Yeah, that team is crazy good. Kyler Murray's playing like an MVP. If they were to get a good running back, I mean, James Conner's good, but if they were to get a good running back, oh my god, that team would be insanely scary. And the Browns just have tons of injuries. Nick Chubb goes down. Kareem Hunt is out. Odell Beckham is out.
DeAndre for Derrick Henry?
No.
You don't think they do
Titans
that?
never do that. Nope. Titans never do that. The next game, Cowboys have to beat the Patriots in overtime, 35-29. Patriots, and again, I'll have one of this is another game where I have my 4 downs that I'll talk about, but Patriots don't look too bad, but the Cowboys, I think, are the second best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then, well, oh my God, the Raiders at the Broncos.
That score is so misleading because we just got pooped on, and then they let us they let us get garbage points. I mean, that score could have been so much worse, and it's just, I don't even want to talk about it. Like unless you want to talk about it.
Nope. Because I think we said most of our stuff last week.
Yeah,
on how we feel about them. Have you guys noticed we have a lot of overtime games? So again, in overtime, the Steelers win 23-20. And I think that a lot of the games are closer and they're more fun to watch now. Have you guys noticed that? Like they're really fun to watch. Like they're not just blowouts.
Oh yeah. For some reason, the games this season they've been pretty well put together.
Yeah. So Steelers beat the Seahawks 23-20. Again, this is another thing I have 4 downs. You guys say it feels like I have like 8.
Yeah, you're gonna have 40 downs. It's okay.
40 downs.
Yep. 5 downs. I'm gonna have a Tom Brady. And then the Titans beat the Bills on top of Derrick Henry's another just massive game.
That him on his back though.
Yeah,
he did. He really did. And right now, I can say Derrick Henry is the MVP because without Derrick Henry, they would be 0-5, 0-6, whatever the hell it is, 0-6.
Do you think the Bills got exposed, or do you think that's just because of that's how good Derrick Henry is?
That's how good Derrick Henry, fucking beast.
Yeah. Okay. The Bills aren't exposed. Derrick Henry's just Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I wouldn't say the Bills get exposed off of one game like that because I would say like the Bills exposed the Chiefs last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but the Titans did not expose the Bills because the Bills could have easily won that game if there was a couple of different plays changed.
Yeah. And I mean,
Josh Allen wouldn't have slipped. Like, yeah, it's a totally different game. But no, I don't think the Titans exposed the Bills.
Yeah, and I mean, I agree with you guys. I was just wondering your opinion because, like, I saw a few people be like, "Oh, the Bills got exposed." It's like, no, not
they're
really.
still the top-ranked defense.
No.
Yeah. So going off of that, like you guys heard, everybody did okay. If you guys follow our Twitter, I went 9-5. Garcia won the week again at 11-3. So way to go, Garcia. Way to go, Steven, on that one for correcting. Diver went 8-6, and then Steven went 500 at 7-7.
Still in the basement. Yep.
That puts our overall records to me and Diver are tied for first at 61-32. Steven at 54 and 39, and Garcia at 58 and 35. So it's pretty close, but it seems like there's gonna be a little separation here happening shortly if Steven doesn't pick it up.
Yep. If I keep sucking, I'm gonna be like
Sucking.
20.
You're gonna be
like,
sucking all
I'm
right.
gonna be like 20 games behind.
Yep.
by week 9.
Shit.
And then we did our fantasy. We did that again, our fantasy picks. And I don't think we did too bad. I think there was a couple of places we could have really improved on, but our first three and our defense, I think, did pretty okay. And like the note says, if you guys follow us on Twitter, our editor put the Bills when we clearly picked the Rams, but it's okay.
Yep, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. He owned up to it and we moved on.
Yeah, I even checked my notes. I even have Rams written down. I don't know why I put Bills.
Jesus Christ. So quarterback, of course, we're going to go real quick. Quarterback is Prescott. Running back 1 is Harris. 2 is Robinson. Wide receivers were Devontae Adams and Mike Williams. Blah. Tight ends, Travis Kelce. Flex is Eckler. We didn't expect the Chargers to get beat this bad. So
nowhere near.
give us some slack.
I didn't expect the Chargers to get beat.
And then Rams defense did their thing, and then McManus. So Prescott 61, Harris had 33, Robinson 25, Adams is 10, Williams is 3, Kelce is 13, Eckler is 9, the Rams defense 21, and then McManus at 6. So as a total of 181, which probably would have won a few games in our league.
Quite a few.
So we did okay. Let's try and get better this one.
Yeah.
Let's try and get better.
Let's get there. Let's get there.
So before, is there anything that you guys want to discuss before we move on to our second segment?
Anything before the second segment? Can't think of anything.
Abby's making meatloaf, so it smells really good.
Meatloaf does sound pretty good.
Yeah, she's making meatloaf and homemade mashed potatoes and all that fun stuff.
That sounds nice.
We're trying to enjoy our dinners before we're not.
Before you
enjoying.
Before you have to sit there and
Yeah, we have to feed the child and. So, all right, boys. Well, let's get this first segment finished, and then we will roll the second one. Steven, you want to take us out real quick?
Yep. All right. We will be right back. We're going to take a short break, and we'll talk to you guys in just a minute.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are starting our second segment of Week 7 of the NFL. We got some really good games this week. I was kind of looking through them, and man, are there some good ones. Like I said, I'm really liking the NFL this year. They're just playing so well. This is brilliant. So starting off, we're gonna We're just gonna deep dive. We're just gonna dive right in. And I wish Diver was here so we can have him just say, let's just dive right into it. Oh, who's that guy, Philip DeFranco? Let's just jump into it.
Just jump into it. Yeah.
I like watching him because you know why I like watching him? And this is way out topic. I like watching him because he gives unbiased opinions on certain things.
This is true. But he is one of those people that presents facts more than
yes. I love watching him. But I like how he does when not saying I like it, but when there's certain people in the news that shouldn't be broadcasted, like their names, their mug shots, all this and that, he doesn't give them that 2-3 seconds that they want. I love that about him. Like it's like someone does it. Unfortunately, if someone does like a school shooting or a shooting or something like that, he doesn't give them the time of the day. He just says, "This is what happened. I'm not going to show you his mugshot and all that." But did y'all hear about the Brian Laundrie shit?
Oh, I heard about it. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, they said they found either remains and then some stuff of his.
I mean, that's so bizarre. I mean, I know it might be a little controversial, but I mean, they've been investigating this for what, a month, 3 months, some shit like that.
Didn't it happen like in August or something like that?
It happened in August.
They've been investigating this for a while, and then when his parents join the investigation, magically some of his shit turns up. Like that's.
And now they're finding human remains or something like that.
Yeah, like that's super fucking.
See, my thing is like, how do you lose someone? Like if he's like the top guy you're looking for, how did they just like, all right, bye, see ya? Like, how do they lose him?
And see, I saw somebody argue that they lost the Zodiac Killer. Yeah, fucking 60 years ago.
Yeah, and the Zodiac Killer, no one knew who he was.
Like, you're not gonna tell me that like
that's a different like the Zodiac Killer and Brian Laundrie are two totally different like sides of the spectrum of murderers. Like, the Zodiac Killer is super interesting. Brian Laundrie deserves to not die. He deserves to rot in hell in jail.
In jail. Yeah.
But the Zodiac Killer, I mean, yeah, he deserves. He's probably dead, but
he's probably
he
dead.
served. He serves for some great stories. Rest in peace
mean,
to all his victims, but he has some great.
there-
There's some great shows about him.
There's a lot of stuff on that guy. Isn't there something else coming out like soon about him?
About yeah.
Yeah.
So, but now let's actually dive into it.
Now
So we're gonna
let's
start
dive
the Thursday night game. Denver at Cleveland.
They have
Oh shit! I forgot to ask Diver for his predictions. He'll probably give it to us here shortly. Let me message him.
they have 20 people out. If we can't win this game, I don't know what other games we win this year.
So
I mean,
my thing is, I would actually rather face Baker Mayfield
in case
than Case Keenum, because Case Keenum, I think, he's not better, but he presents a worse type of matchup, because he's gonna Baker will try and throw the ball deep and try and make big plays. Case will try and just do he's kind of like a Teddy Bridgewater.
he'll game
He
manage.
just he'll game
Mhm.
manage, and our defense cannot stop a game manager for some reason. We can
Who's-
stop big plays, but we cannot stop a game manager.
Who I don't know this right like off the top of my head, but who is their running back since Kareem
It's
and Chubb?
oh
are-
god, someone picked him up. It's God,
It's Felton is one of them, and I forget the other. one.
just something, Josh something.
I was say I don't even know who their running backs are. I mean,
But this kid this kid that's supposed to be playing, oh god, where is he? D'Ernest Johnson.
That's
mhm.
it.
Yeah, he's supposed to be pretty solid.
Okay. Because I mean, I feel like we should be able to handle their rushing attack a little bit more because their two biggest hitters
Chubb's
are
out?
yeah, their two biggest hitters are out. But I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
our run defense has been terrible. So
Yeah, we'll definitely see on that one. It's going to be very interesting.
it's definitely
Um,
it's definitely a game that either I'm watching the whole game because it's good at half, or it's one of those games that at halftime I'm like, okay, I'm hopping off. I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done.
I agree. But prediction for that game. Hopefully, again, this is, oh my god, I keep doing this
Yeah,
until I'm
I
going to shoot
know.
myself in the foot. But Diver just put his picks in. Let's go.
Let's
God, he's
go.
fast.
Nice.
So he is actually going against his favorite team. He's going
Going
Broncos
Denver.
because he said the injuries. And that's another reason why I might go Broncos, just because hopefully we can take advantage of the injuries. And hopefully Myles Garrett doesn't come in, cause havoc on us. But Von Miller said in his press this week that he said, I feel sorry for whoever is playing tackle against him because he's going to absolutely kill them. So I think with that type of attitude, I'm going to go Denver.
I have to go Denver because I mean Denver hasn't lost in Cleveland since '89, and I mean the counter argument is they're due, but we have a historically good record against the Browns and they're hurt. So I mean, if we can't win this game, like I said, I'm afraid for our record for the rest of the year if we can't win this game. So, what about you, Garcia?
I'm going Browns.
Ugh, that means they're gonna win. Fuck.
Oh,
God damn it.
I'm going Browns on this one. Case Keenum is familiar with this offense, and who was it? Stefanski, their coach, was the offensive coordinator in Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
So that's
right.
what I'm going with.
Oh, fuck me.
Man, I really, really.
I'm going Broncos.
Yeah,
I'm
really hope we don't
gonna stick
lose.
with Broncos right there on that
Yeah.
one. It's gonna be tough.
It's going to
but
be
I'm
close.
Broncos.
It's going to be a close game, but I think Broncos will edge it out. I mean,
Yeah.
not Broncos. I mean Browns.
You Go
Browns.
fuck yourself.
Chiefs Titans next game.
Titans.
I'm saying Titans too. I think Derrick Henry's gonna destroy that defense. He's gonna run for another fucking 200 yards.
Yeah,
He's gonna,
Titans.
He's gonna beat the shit
And
out of them.
I think the Titans are coming back healthy now. I mean, they have AJ Brown now. They back. Yeah, I'm going Titans.
What did Diver do?
Titans.
Oh, so we're all on board for Titans. All right.
Watch, we're all gonna lose this one now.
Now the Chiefs are gonna win.
Washington at Packers. That's easy. Packers.
Packers. Packers are going.
Yeah,
this game.
because
And Diver pick Packs. Now this next game though,
This is gonna be an interesting game.
the Bengals at the Ravens. So Diver picked the Ravens.
I think I'm gonna go Ravens too, but
I think I'm going Ravens.
I really want to see Joe Burrow put up a fight.
Mhm.
Like
Me too.
I want to see that team put up a fight.
I think they will. I just don't think that the defensive front seven of the Ravens might take advantage of the Bengals' weak offensive line.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take the Ravens because every time Lamar Jackson plays the Bengals, Lamar just goes off. So
yeah,
I'm going Ravens.
What about you, Garcia? Could be the odd man out.
No, I'm going Ravens. Yeah, going Ravens.
Carolina at the
Alright.
Giants. Oof.
I'm going Panthers.
Yeah, I still don't think the Giants are.
Diver said Panthers too.
Yeah, Panthers.
All right, nice and simple, all out of the way.
Falcons at Dolphins. Even if they get the trade done this week, I don't believe that Deshaun can play because it's too late already. So I'm definitely going Falcons on that one.
Is Tua gonna play? Is Tua hurt?
No, he's playing.
He's playing.
I mean, they're in Miami.
Yeah, but the Falcons again are one. Like I said last time, the Falcons are just kind of like that meh team.
Yeah,
that stick around, and I think the Falcons have a couple more weapons than the Dolphins can handle. So I'm definitely going Falcons on that.
Yeah, Falcons.
Diver went Falcons.
I don't want to be the odd guy out here. Every time I've been the odd guy out the last 3 weeks, I fucking lost.
except for the Ravens,
and
the Chargers game.
Except
Yeah,
for that one.
do it. Do it.
I can't.
Do it.
I think Tua's going to get hurt again this game. He's going to re-aggravate his ribs.
Do it.
I'm going with Atlanta.
Okay.
So, okay. Next game's Jets at Patriots. I'm going Patriots.
It's Pats. Yeah, Patriots are going to destroy them.
Patriots.
Diver went Pats. The Eagles at the Raiders.
I think the Eagles could win this game, but I don't think they're gonna win this game. I think the Raiders.
Yeah, I got to go Raiders on that one.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
Diver go Raiders too.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh God! The Lions at the Rams. Goff makes his return to LA.
Dude, I
the
feel
Rams
so bad for the Lions.
The Rams give the Lions the dicking they deserve, and the Rams just put it to them. So I'm saying the Rams.
Yep.
Rams.
They're truly a better team than their record shows, but I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna get fun.
Yep. So he and Diver went Rams. We're going a lot. There's a lot of games where. So if we all lose, that's good because then we all lose.
Yeah, then we all lose.
There's no. Yeah. Nope.
Another easy one: Chicago, Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay is not as great as everybody says, but yeah, they're still gonna beat them.
Yeah, Tampa.
Houston at Arizona. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not even question.
Yeah.
I'm going
Arizona.
Yeah,
mark us all down for that one. Don't even have to talk about that one.
Nope.
Colts at 49ers. Ooh.
That could be interesting.
That could secretly be an interesting game. But Jimmy G's coming back. Why does that matter? He's not that good.
I was gonna say I think they have a better chance with
better than Trey Lance though.
Trey Lance is hurt anyway, so
yeah.
Look.
I'm gonna say based off of the stats you gave about Carson, I think they win this game.
I'm going Colts too.
Yeah.
And Diver picked the 49ers. Yeah, but I'm going Colts.
What about you, Garcia?
Fuck. I'm going Niners.
Ooh. Steven, I hope we're right.
Yeah, I hope we're right too. I mean, this is one of those instances where you said Carson Wentz has thrown one pick. Either he's going to come out of this game having only thrown one pick, or his total's going to be like 5, and they're just going to have gotten blown out of the water.
Yeah, I agree. And then Saints at Seahawks. Now this game scares me because it depends on what Saints team shows up. Is the Jameis that's going to throw 18 million yards and 18 million touchdowns, or is this Jameis that's going to throw 5 interceptions? But the Seahawks rushing attack has been absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Also in Seattle. That's a long trip.
And it's in Seattle. I'm going Seahawks.
You're going Seahawks?
Yep. And Diver went Seahawks.
What about you, Garcia?
Oh man, in Seattle. Fuck.
Seattle.
I'm about to go with the Saints on this one.
You're going with the Saints. Oh shit.
I am.
I'm going Seahawks. So Garcia has a potential chance to beat us in 3 games.
Yep.
So,
It's potential. We don't know.
potential.
So do you guys do the fantasy picks or my 4?
Let's do the fantasy. Let's stay on this real quick.
Okay.
While we have the schedule up.
All right. So are we gonna start from top or bottom?
Start from bottom. Let's go kicker this time.
Okay. Kicker. Who's the Seahawks kicker?
Jason Myers.
Is it Myers?
I think so.
Or you know what though? What game might come down to it is the Ravens and Bengals. That game may come down to you need to score every single time.
You gonna take that rookie kicker from the
No,
from the Bengals?
I want Tucker.
Tucker.
Take Tucker.
Yeah.
We want Tucker.
Tucker.
I kind of like Tucker.
I'm good with Tucker.
Yep.
Okay. D special teams.
Oh God. Do I want to say Rams and Lions? But then
Goff could have a day. Yeah.
Then you also have Arizona's defense
ooh,
against Houston.
I kind of want to go Arizona's defense on that one.
The Cards defense.
Yeah.
This
one, let's start at quarterback now because you can mix up with.
Yeah, you can mix it all up. So go.
Yes, let's
jump up to quarterback.
Kyler.
Kyler.
I gotta go
Yeah,
Kyler.
Kyler Murray.
Every team that Houston has played, the opposing quarterback has scored fucking points.
So, and then my next question for running back 1: why the hell have we never picked? We picked Derrick Henry once, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Why have we not picked him every single week?
We had to pick him every single week going forward. Just pick him every week.
Yeah, we're going Derrick Henry.
So just put Henry in every week from now.
Every week.
Until he has a bad game. Until he has a bye week.
Bad game, bye week, or injury. Yeah.
Yeah. The other running back.
I'd say Chris Carson against the Saints. Or Carson?
He's not healthy.
He's right. He's on
watch
IR. Yeah, that's right. He's on IR. I forgot.
I want to say Jonathan Taylor versus the Colts. He's been having a hell of a.
Yes.
Versus the Niners.
I mean, versus the Niners. Yeah.
I can see that. I see Jonathan Taylor against that.
What's the Niners' rushing defense though? Where are they ranked? What's the difference there?
Probably not good. Let's see. I can tell you how many points he's projected. Jonathan Taylor's projected 21.8 points.
Holy shit.
And they are ranked. Well, he's gonna handle most of the touches, of course, but or he's only. Oh God, we could say Darrell Henderson again from Rams. He's not too bad, or we can go Adam Jones from the Packers.
Packers against Washington. Not a bad pick.
How does that sound? What do you guys want to do, Garcia?
You also got Alvin Kamara too, playing Seattle's rush defense.
What is their rush defense?
But that's a stretch though. That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Who y'all going for? Who do you think?
I'm good.
You know who I really?
I'm good with the Taylor. I'm good with the Taylor pick.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Receiving. I'm gonna go number 1. I'm going DeAndre Hopkins against his old team.
Yeah.
I think he wants the ball and he's gonna freaking go off. So I'm going DeAndre Hopkins.
That's an instant write down.
and then I want to say Devontae Adams versus Washington again.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm good with Devontae Adams. Yeah, that's all I can really think of right now. Is Antonio Brown going to play against the Bears?
He probably will, but again, it just scares me because Brown will either get all the touches or no touches at all.
None of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Also good with Cooper Kupp though too.
We can put him as our flex.
Up against the Lions.
Okay.
So tight end. I kind of want to go Mark Andrews, but I also want to go Noah Fant.
I'll go Mark Andrews.
You want to go Mark Andrews?
Yeah, I'd say Mark Andrews. Or against the Bengals.
Bengals. Okay. Mark Andrews. And then flex, I was going to say, let's roll Cup.
Yep, absolutely.
Roll with Cooper Cup.
All right.
Okay. All right,
Sound
so
good?
got Kyler, Derek, Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre, Devontae, got Andrews, Cooper Cup, Cards defense, and Justin Tucker.
Okay, I like it.
This honestly might be one of our highest scoring teams that we've picked so
I think
far.
so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watch, and then they go out and
They
we're
just
gonna blow
they just
big.
suck. They don't even hit 100 points. Derrick Henry freaking has
86 points.
Derrick
Shut
Henry
up, shut up, Steven. Shut up, Steven. Shut up. Shut up. Don't you even start that.
Don't you wish that bad juju upon me? I won't do that.
All right, boys. So
All
no
right.
4 downs now?
Yep, time for your 4 downs, man.
Get it.
All right, let's get it. So first down. All right. So the Cleveland Browns are banged up. Steelers have won 2 in a row. But the true question is, how deep can they make a run? It truly depends on Najee Harris, depending on a rookie running back, though, which is kind of scary. But Marshall Faulk did come out and say that the only guy that remotely resembles Derrick Henry is Najee Harris. Now, the Ravens are 5-1, but that is only one game better than a team that can truly make some noise in the AFC North, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals. They are a real threat in this division, considering they're only 4-2. They just demolished the Lions, who, as you guys know, have been playing everyone pretty close, and they beat them 34-11.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, they made the Lions reconsider their quarterback choice. I believe this weekend's game versus the Ravens will show how good they can be and how good they are. But I also believe that the Bengals are to be considered one of the top AFC teams, and they're going to be competing for the AFC North.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Second down. There's no question right now. The best rookie quarterback is Mac Jones. He's playing very well. And he's not playing, if you guys watch him, he's not playing like a rookie, but kind of playing like a vet right now. During the Cowboys game, Belichick did call a timeout when Mac was ready to audible at the line of scrimmage. I believe that Belichick just needs to trust him to lead the team. And when they let it fly, they need to let it fly because he had a couple of big plays against the Cowboys that scored. One that one to Kendrick Bourne, and I think if they let Mac Jones kind of run the team and let him, they trust him, Mac can be one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Not this year, but I do believe he's going to be a solid franchise quarterback for years to come.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. I think if they take the training wheels off and they let him be who he is,
every week he's just improving, man, like crazy.
Yep. Third down. We are officially 6 weeks in, starting tomorrow, 7th week. So I think right now we could start really looking at the race for the first overall pick that's forming for the draft. Both the New York teams, Miami, as of right now, unless they get Deshaun, because I just don't see Detroit. I mean, I don't see Miami doing much in the league. And then Detroit. Dan Campbell, the coach, called out Goff, and they are still a 0-win team in Detroit. So I think it'll come down to Detroit and the Jets for the number 1 pick. Jacksonville may be thrown in there, but I don't think Jacksonville's trying to go for the number 1 pick. I think they push out a couple more wins, but I don't see Detroit winning maybe more than 2. And I think Detroit goes for a quarterback.
I don't disagree with that. I mean,
yeah,
I hope they win more than 2 games, but yeah, if things are terrible, they're definitely going to go off.
And then fourth down, my hot take. So there's 2 parts of this. So
okay.
You guys So my first part is Derrick Henry will run for 2,300 yards, breaking the rushing record for a single season. Also break the single season rushing touchdown record with 30. What do you guys think about that one?
It's possible, yeah.
It is possible. I could see it.
The touchdowns might be a little harder to come by, but the yardage, yeah, I see that 100%.
So that is made possible, though, if you think about the 17 games. Yes, the 17-week schedule. I think with that alone, it's going to help him break those records. So this is where it kind of gets a little kind of fuzzy, and you guys may excuse me. I may get some backlash on this one. On the other end of the spectrum, CMC, Christian McCaffrey, is becoming the new Todd Gurley. He was a great running back for the first few seasons, but injuries from overuse is going to end his career.
That's a statement?
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to disagree with you, but, I mean, all signs point to, that's going to happen. He missed, what? He missed all of last season? Or he got hurt in, like, week 2 or something like that?
Tried to come back, and then he got hurt.
And then he got hurt again. So, I mean, it'd be unfortunate, especially for how good he is, because he's a good running back. But yeah, I can see that.
How long has he been in the league now?
Fourth year?
4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years, yeah.
God dang.
Like I said, it's gonna be new Todd. I just think he's gonna be new Todd Gurley, where they're gonna use. He's just gonna end his career with injuries.
Yeah.
He was because just like Todd Gurley, he was a phenom. Like, God, this. And then he gets hurt, and then he's done. Which is kind of sad because Christian has so much potential. I mean, he literally everybody's seen it, and then he just gets hurt. And I think Saquon could be in this. Saquon never even had a good season. He gets hurt every single year. If I didn't put.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley might go that route too.
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, I don't injury prone, man.
It's unfortunate, and it's all because they don't have a well-rounded team, and you're literally throwing the entire weight of a franchise on the back of a kid.
Right. All right, boys. So you guys end this. Dinner is calling my name.
Time for meatloaf.
Yep, pregnant lady is
Feed
calling
up!
me. So it's time, boys. It's been a great honor. Thank you for letting me run this podcast with y'all. It's not like we're ending it. If you guys are on later, let's play. But I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yep. Last one before his son's born. So woohoo.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Garcia. Well, I have nothing else to talk about. You have anything to talk about?
No, man. We hit all the subjects, bro.
Okay, man. Well, if there's nothing else to talk about, thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Anybody that came by and was part of the chat over here on Twitch, thank you so much. The audio-only version of this will be available on all our platforms tomorrow where we are available. But anything other than that, I think we're done. You guys tune in to us next week, 6:30. Might not have Tyler, might have Tyler, who knows, depends on how much sleep he gets, because he's about to be up, 90% of his life.
That's true.
As always, you can follow us over on Twitter at MostOkayest. You can also follow us on Instagram at the MostOkayest Podcast. Make sure to interact with us. We're always doing that. We're always looking for interactions. And I do want to say this before we get out of here. If you are interested on being a guest on the podcast, please go ahead and send us a list of what you'd want to talk about, what your interests are, who you are, over at our email, which is mostokayest@gmail.com. And we're looking to get a couple guests on here moving forward. We definitely want to have people on here who can share their thoughts, their views, and all that stuff as well. Because while I love my co-hosts, we all just talk about the same stuff. we all pretty much agree. So it'd be nice to have somebody in here who's like, "You guys suck," that take is stupid.
Oh my god. Different takes will help.
Different takes will definitely help. So thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Catch you guys.